Mafia II's narrative takes place over about a decade and serves as the second of three within an epic crime saga. There are 15 chapters in the game, but I'm only going to focus on what I feel are the best, most impactful, and most important moments. While this is a very subjective determination, my hope is that at the end of this, I can better convey why I believe this game is so beloved, despite not feeling that way about it myself. Just a few years after the fall of the Stairway crime family, by way of Tommy Angelo's testimony in Mafia's facsimile of Chicago, Lost Heaven, the United States of America finds itself at war alongside most of the rest of the world. The Second World War was and remains the most destructive and most expensive military conflict in human history. While this is devastating to many populations, economies, and cultures around the globe, the United States enjoys a kind of anxious peace, in part due to its distance away from the main fronts of the war, but also due to its natural resources and capacity for turning those resources into something desirable, both abroad and at home. The Old Country is where we meet Vito Scaletta, and in July of 1943, fighting to liberate a small village from Mussolini's fascists. After a small but intense assault and an urban firefight, Vito and his fellow soldiers armored assault by a Wehrmacht armored regiment.
Di poter giocare con noi?
Ain't getting through this way. Have a machine gun! Watch it! You got a grenade, Scaletta. This would be a great fucking time to use it. Whoa! Scaletta, you alive?
Yeah, just about.
Well, then get off your ass and let's move it.
On the stairs!
Hey, greaseball! Must have the prisoners upstairs.
Non ci potete fare!
Got him. The door's going.
Take it in! O gli faccio...
Shit. Looks like we're going this way. Come on.
Can't see him!
Ah, shit. What the hell does it look like I'm doing? Hey, fine by me, asshole. We gotta keep moving. Get inside.
Get inside, Scaletta! You're gonna die out there! Amo dei fascisti! Arrivano, amo dei fascisti! Fontane, non fossi!
Although they fight valiantly, the American force fails.
Dicevo al mio amico di stare attento.
Fregatene di fare attenzione, fai ciò che ti è stato detto!
The assault and subsequent surrender of enemy forces is accomplished not by Vito and his fellow Americans, but by the local Sicilian crime boss and influential member of the local Italian community, Don Callo.
Ci arrendiamo.
Sapete che potete fidarvi di me. Che ne dite, eh?
Don Carlo, the head of the Sicilian mob. An entire garrison of troops surrendered that day. Why? Because he told them to.
2 years later, in February of 1945, after an unspecified battle, Vito is wounded on the front and is allowed to go home to visit his family and recuperate. Home is Empire Bay, the Mafia series version of New York City. There to welcome him home is Joe Barbaro, Vito's longtime best friend. As he hadn't been shipped off to the war, Joe's had time to do some work and become an established presence in Empire Bay's criminal underworld, and serves as the revolving door of both Vito's freedom from service from the American military and induction into the illicit society of Empire Bay's Italian Mafia. As the introduction of Mafia II, this chapter is really very well done. You get this wonderful sense of descending into the city from the train station and getting to know what will become one of Vito's most frequented neighborhoods. On top of that, this intro does a great job of introducing Vito to the city in a way that feels welcoming to him, but also feels fairly alien for both Vito and the player. This is on purpose, because this is the player's first time into Empire Bay and Vito's first time back in several years due to the war. It serves as a kind of fish back into water experience that helps acclimate the player and reacclimate Vito to the new realities of his old home. The main things the player will learn here is that Vito's family has seen better days, perhaps because he hasn't been around, and that Joe legitimately has some contacts in the city that can help Vito on his way to becoming a hardened criminal. It's also important to point out that while this is the player's first taste of crime and violence within Empire Bay, it's apparent that none of this is new to Vito.
Vito, listen to me. I need a Walter coupe today. I got a few people looking for parts, but I can't find a car.
Because you don't know where to look. Every time I drive down Hunters, I see one parked by a bar there. I think the place is called the Lone Star.
Isn't that a Moulignan neighborhood? I'll stick out like a sore thumb.
All right, look, I'll give you $350 for it. It's worth the risk, right?
400.
All right, deal.
Vito, come on, let's go. Andiamo. Here, Vito, take this, just in case.
Hey, nice. Hey, Mike, you mind if I test this thing out here?
Sure. Knock yourself out. Here you go. Aim for that old wreck over there.
Hey, you ain't a bad shot. Hey, Vito, see if you can hit the gas tank.
Did I leave gas in that thing?
There's a Polak joke there, but I'll leave it alone.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Fuck you.
All right, that's enough shooting. We got work to do. All right, go out the way we came in and get on the main highway going west. Don't go back through the city. So how's it feel to be back?
Good. I feel a lot better with some money in my pocket.
Hey, what's the rush? Money don't buy you happiness, you know.
Get the fuck out of here.
I was just fucking with you. Don't worry about the money. This little job is just the beginning. Pretty soon you'll be rolling in it.
So, Sand Island's still the same shithole it was when I left?
No, the place actually ain't too bad now.
Oh, shit. How the hell that happen?
All the moolies flew south for the winter. Of course it's still a shithole, Vito. You only been gone a couple of years. Gonna take a lot longer than that for that neighborhood to turn around. Them people multiply like rabbits. What are you gonna do? It's even worse than when we was kids. They even got some kind of gang there now. What's their fucking name? The Beamers, the Boomers, something like that. I don't fucking know.
Oh, that's just fucking great.
Hey, what are you worried about? They're animals. All they do is sell dope and kill each other. They ain't gonna bother a guy like you. And even if they do, that's why I gave you that pistol.
Wow, I forgot how nice this neighborhood was. You know something? One of these days, I'm gonna buy a house here.
Look at this guy. Ain't even back a day and he's too good for his old neighborhood.
Hey, what are you breaking my balls for? I'm just window shopping. It'll be years before I could afford a place like this.
You got champagne tastes and beer pockets, my friend. Don't worry, though. I'm gonna help you change that. Do it quick and get the fuck out of there. Break a window if you have to and go. I'll wait for you back at Mike's.
What if I run into problems?
Then you deal with them. Look, consider this a test. If you fail, I hear they're hiring down at the factory.
Right, just asking.
Good luck, pal. I see you back at Mike's.
Later, my man. How you doing this afternoon? What's your poison, Jack? That gonna be it?
doing over there?
Ah, shit.
Hey! Hey, what you doing, motherfucker?
Two days later, on the 10th of February, with the understanding that he's officially home to stay, Vito's mother employs him to seek honest work down at the docks like his father did. This brings us to Derek Papalardo and Steve Coyne, the boss and enforcer of the dock's shipping operations. I'll talk more about these two later. The so-called honest employment of Vito is offered by Derek is predictably exploitative and mind-numbing as all hell. It's so insufferable, in fact, that Vito refuses to finish the work, whether the player would like to continue or not.
You know what? I don't need this chicken shit money.
After turning down said labor, Vito lets slip he works with Joe, which brings us to our first quote-unquote bad scene in the game that I don't understand in the context of the story.
So how's Joe?
Pretty good, I guess.
How'd you meet up with him?
Oh, we go way back to the old neighborhood. I just come back from overseas and he's putting me up until I can get back on my feet.
Listen, you gotta understand, a person in my position's gotta be careful.
Certainly.
So you won't mind if I give Joe a call, right?
Nah, go ahead.
Now, where'd I put his number? Hey, here it is.
Derek and Steve seem friendly enough, but the scene plays this ominous track while Derek is waiting for Joe to answer the phone. First of all, I get that the scene is meant to present a sense of danger for Vito and suspense as to what may happen to him, but this doesn't work.
He might not be home. That wouldn't be good. Hi, Joe. Hey, this is Derek.
Vito isn't an imposter. He's not talking shit to get a job. He's legitimately a killer of men, a veteran, a criminal, and also an actual close friend of Joe's. And what if Joe didn't answer the phone? What then? What would they have they have just beaten or killed Vito? It's not like Joe's not answering his cell phone. It's entirely possible that Joe just wouldn't be home in the middle of the day and for many hours thereafter. If Vito were lying, the suspicion and supposed risk would make more sense. But as it is, this scene just doesn't make sense to have happened in this way. Anyway, after he's sufficiently vetted, his first assignment is to intimidate the dock's laborers and extort money from them.
The guys here at the port are supposed to pay a monthly fee to the barber, but half of them never cough it up. I need someone to give them a little nudge. $10 a man.
What if they don't need a haircut?
Well, then you'll have to convince them otherwise.
I see. What if somebody makes a fuss?
Then you kick the shit out of him.
Well, let's say you teach them a lesson that doesn't require that they miss work. You got it? Which is why Steve ain't doing the job. Right, Steve?
Right, boss.
Vito, being the good little soldier that he is, doesn't question this. He simply goes through with throwing a few beatings and collecting the money.
Hey, Derek needs you to pay the fee for the barber.
And what kind of game you playing here?
The kind where you pay what you owe and you don't get hurt. You got a problem with that?
I got a problem with you. Now get out of here before I kick your ass. Here's your fucking money.
Yeah, glad you decided to reconsider.
That afternoon, Vito meets Joe at their neighborhood's local bar to meet Henry Tomasino, a local wise guy whose fingers are in much deeper pies than Joe's. I don't particularly like Henry, but my understanding is that he's a fan favorite for many. I think I know why, and I'll explain that once we get there. I'll also explain why I greatly dislike him. Before I go on, I do want to point out something interesting about Mafia 2's mission and story structure, and it's something I really do admire. In Mafia Definitive, a chapter felt something like start at point A, watch cutscene, drive to point B while listening to exposition, arrive at point B and do the thing or things there, and then drive back to point A or a point C while listening to more exposition in chapter. While those cutscenes are sprinkled in to break up the gameplay, that's pretty much it. And it's also mostly what we've come to expect from open world games like this one. What Mafia 2 does differently is that it obfuscates how dense and long its individual chapters are by streamlining the HUD and not adding anything like a journal to keep up with. In addition, a single chapter usually takes place over a single day, and that day, its conversations and the events in question don't seem to be heavily edited. The conversations that take place within the chapters are all focused on the tasks at hand, and it makes the game feel relevant to the moment and grounded in ways other games struggle with. The tasks that Vito embarks on usually take up that whole day, and for the most part, the player is along for the ride. So instead of this point A to point B, do the thing, egress to point A or C, Mafia 2 usually has multiple stops, steps, and stories that unfold in tandem with one another as the game progresses. It makes the game and its events feel much more realistic and organic, and the structural decision was much appreciated. In this case, after meeting Derek and Steve at the docks for most of the day, Vito meets with Joe and Henry in the afternoon, and at night robs a federal government facility in what is one hell of an escalation from the boosting cars and roughing up dock workers of the last 2 days. In this case, after meeting Derek and... Almost on cue in sequence with the racetrack of the first game, in my opinion, this is the worst mission in Mafia 2. All of it is pretty good, if a bit slow, up until just after the robbery. That's all fine. It makes sense for the game to unfold pretty slowly in order to build relationships and introduce characters to both Vito and the player. The problem is this timed circuit across most of the city. It's another race. As a design decision, this cross-city circuit isn't necessarily a bad thing. It could have been done really well. The problem, in my opinion, is that I don't think the devs realized just how much of a hurdle this could be to progressing through the game. When I said in my last video that I had tried but failed to get through Mafia 2 years before, this mission was the reason why. After the robbery, Henry points out that the assets they've stolen are expiring at midnight that night, just a few in-game hours and real-life minutes away.
Let's see what we got here. Ah, shit.
Something wrong?
You bet your ass there's something wrong. These stamps you took have an expiration date, and that date is tomorrow.
So, what exactly does that mean?
It means they're gonna be fucking worthless. But wait. If you can get them to the gas station attendants by midnight, they'll be able to stamp them and redeem them. You better bring them to every gas station in town. They gotta get there by midnight or we're screwed. If you don't sell them in time, you get nothing.
Wait a minute, that wasn't our deal. You didn't say anything about any expiration dates.
Well, shit happens, doesn't it?
What ensues is a stressful, somewhat mad dash throughout the city in order to get them sold within the time limit. There are a few problems here. The first is that there's zero foreshadowing of this happening. The player is led to believe that if the robbery is successful, the delivery will be also. They get paid, they go home. Instead, the player is blindsided, which makes sense in the context of the story being told, but the compounding issue here is that there's no vehicle provided to do the mission with. If Henry had made his car available, or had the devs provided one for Vito's use, that would be different. The player would have a set vehicle with known capabilities, and they could then proceed forward with some confidence. I believe the first time I did this, years ago, I took a pickup truck, and because that vehicle lacked the speed needed to complete the mission within the time specified, I had to redo it multiple times. After numerous failed attempts, I just quit playing the game completely because I was so damn frustrated with it. In this case, I remembered that mission and brought one of the fastest vehicles I owned at that point in the game. While the speed helped, the vehicle itself isn't the only problem here. The bigger problem is that Vito is set on a wild goose chase across a city that the player isn't even supposed to know yet. Vito's been gone, and this is our first time here, which means that this kind of circuit is more appropriate farther into a title, where a player has a better understanding of the world and how to traverse it. To put this mission so far ahead in the game, it serves as a kind of barrier for progression for players to get past in order to experience the rest of it. It just sucks. Anyway, after these are sold, Vito gets to go home and get some rest.
Just hope I don't get in trouble for this.
Don't worry about it. Just keep your mouth shut.
The next morning, on 11 February, in what is another somewhat puzzling escalation from lowly street crime, Murphy's Law is one of my favorite chapters in the game. It's not actually super well developed, it's just a jewelry store heist gone wrong, but that idea and Mafia's twist on it make for a memorable experience. It's also a direct parallel and close call to the crime that got Vito drafted into the military in the first place. I really don't understand why this chapter is left as such an underdeveloped outlier, but it's also one of the shortest and least dense chapters in the game. Like I said, it's not super important, but I think the presentation and scenario are what do it for me. And the Irish are here too. We'll talk about them later.
What the hell is this?
Come on, boys. The cops will be here any minute. Move it!
Brian fucking O'Neill?
What the fuck is this?
You crazy bastard, what the fuck are you doing?
Barbaro, what the hell are you doing here, you fuck?
You're a little late, Chief. There's nothing left here for
Fuck
you.
off, Fatso. This is our heist. You want to get out of here in one piece, you'd better hand over everything you've
Well,
got.
the sign outside didn't say Brian O'Neill's place. If it did, I wouldn't have robbed it. Instead, I would have set it on fire.
1031 reported at the West Side Mall. Repeat, 1031. Burglary
This
in
is car
progress.
54. We're on it.
And I suggest you get lost before the cops show up.
Ah, fuck!
Kiss my ass.
Fuck out of here.
Get your ass over here. You waiting for a formal fucking invitation?
Over there! Shoot!
Jesus, be careful. Almost lost you there.
Yeah. I think I just shit myself.
Where'd they go? They must have gone this way, Sarge. Oh, fuck that. I don't get paid enough for this.
9 days later, after the robbery, on 20 February, Vito is summoned for another job that's much more action-oriented than most and one of the better combat missions in the game. But first, we gotta meet some people. Vito meets Joe and Henry at Freddy's in order to meet bigger fish in this pond they share. These are Luca and Clemente. In all honesty, they're not all that important. When they leave, we're off to collect a big-ass gun from fellow veteran Harry, who wants to talk Vito's ear off and trade war stories. I don't dislike the guy, but as a veteran myself, I know the type and was on the exact same page as Vito in wanting to get out of there.
Sayonara, baby. Hey, you need me to show you how to use it?
No, thanks. I'm familiar with him. I was in the service too.
No shit! Wait, you kidding me? Where were you? What was it, Normandy, huh? Where you got a cross? Let me tell you, they don't give those babies out for nothing. I was in Normandy. We hit Utah Beach. That wasn't no picnic neither, but... when I was crawling over the fence on the way back, I poked my eye out on a fucking tree branch. Well, hey, it was good enough for a discharge.
Look, guy, I really gotta get going.
All right. Hey, by the way, I'm Harry.
After a short drive across town, we get a few quiet moments in what I believe are supposed to be a kind of bonding moment between Vito and Henry. The scene is fine, but I just didn't like Henry all that much, and I'll talk about why in our last video. I was much more eager to see the target that necessitated a very illegal, fully automatic light machine gun. And yeah, this is a cool ambush and one of the best combat sequences in the game, and it's really the first opportunity Vito has to really put rounds down range and do some lethal criminal shit. This is a really good shooting mission that I'm not going to show all of here.
Alright, Vito, go, go, go! Alright, Vito, here we go. What are you, scared, asshole?
Move it, Vito! We can't let that fat bastard get away.
Okay, you first, Vito. You're the fucking war hero.
Go, we'll cover you.
We're coming for you, Porky! Back me up, Vito. All right, Vito, here we go. Is that the fucking best you got? Oh, you're in trouble. Back me up, Vito. Dead! Oh, that's the best you got? Okay.
What the hell are you doing, Joe?
What? Thirsty. Pretty good stuff. We should try it.
Drinking on the job, huh? When'd you turn Irish?
Here they come! Shit, they got Tommy, you know. I'm going in. Oh, shit, there's an army of them. They shoot like my sister. Come on, Porky's upstairs.
I've always wanted to kill one of you bastards.
Don't kill me! Please! I got a wife!
You should have thought about your wife before.
Anything you want! Just don't kill me! Oh, for Christ's sake!
Don Clemente sends his regards.
This brings us to what I felt was one of the more striking differences between Mafia 1 and 2, in that Pigpen here is shot all to hell in a really ruthless and graphic way.
Henry, you okay? Where'd he hit?
This was the moment when I realized just how different Vito is compared to Tommy Angelo. Even at his deadliest, I'm not so sure that Tommy ever would have had this kind of ruthlessness within him. After driving Henry back to a mob doctor, Vito visits his sister to drop off some money to help her and her mom, and then we go home. 2 days later, when we wake up and go outside, we're promptly arrested by federal agents. The offense? Strangely, not the dozen or so murders we've committed up until this point, but for stealing and selling off Henry's ration stamps in that mission I disliked. I don't want to go into every detail of this sequence, but I do want to say that it's one of the best and most welcome creative decisions I've ever seen in a game of this type, especially an open world game. Essentially what this is a series of incidents over the course of Vito's imprisonment, about 6 years, in which Vito develops a relationship with one of the series' most important characters, Leo Galante.
Welcome to hell, new boys.
Yeah, baby! That's right! right, welcome to my life. We're gonna get you. Ooh, look at
The federal pen. Thieves, murderers, child molesters, they were all here. The worst of the worst.
All right, get in line, gentlemen. Follow me single file. And no monkey business, or else.
Let's go, assholes! You want to make problems, you son of a bitch?
I'm sorry. What's the matter? No speaking in English? Here, let me teach you.
What, do you enjoy this, you sick fuck?
Now, get your ass up and get back in line.
No! Hey, smartass, don't make me repeat myself. Back in line. Move it!
Stop right there. Turn to your right. Your other right. Welcome to the salon, ladies. You're gonna look just fucking beautiful. Listen, prick. If you ain't gonna do what you're told, we're gonna stick you in the hole. Follow me.
Smell your new fish.
Welcome home. Lights out! And be quiet, assholes! You know what's
Leo is very unlike some of his peers in that he's actually very memorable. And even though I know the score, this being a boss-lackey relationship, I like him. He's a tough old bastard, but he's fair, and his word matters. In exchange for protection and a trade school education, that trade being crime, Vito becomes Leo's premier fighter and a protege of sorts. There are a few well-worn ideas here, from the arrogant sadism of a guard quite literally pissing on Vito's effort.
Hey, pipe down now! All of you! There you go. Make them sparkle. And hurry it up.
All right, jeez. You guys got no culture.
What's the matter? Keep cleaning, or else. Hey, looks like this one's still dirty. Clean it again.
To an attempted shower gang rape.
What's the holdup here? Move your asses.
Hey, Frankie, we got a little business to take care of here, huh? Why don't you go have a smoke?
Yeah, sure. Have your fun, you sick bastards.
like your scars, pretty boy. Where'd you get them?
Sorry, asshole. You picked the wrong ass to drill.
We can do this the easy way, or the hard way. Your choice.
I got a better idea. Why don't you go fuck your buddies instead? Or better yet, go fuck yourself.
Okay. I guess you want it rough. It's part. Do that again.
Fuck, this guy's a fighter, huh?
This could have been so much easier.
Hurry it up, John. We ain't got long.
Hey! Hey! Whoa, whoa! What the hell's going on? And where's Frank?
And plenty of ethnically motivated factionalism.
Aiyah! Should have studied more! Aiyah, this no happen if you use tiger style.
Balls getting ready to lose! That's the way to do it, my brother. Oh, come on, my grandmama hit me harder than that.
Hey, win or lose, it'll probably be the hardest work this bum ever did in his life.
But all of these are done in a way where they feel more like an homage of sorts, inspired by some of the most tried and true tropes in contemporary crime media, instead of ignorant, crass, and exploitative regurgitations of them.
Taking it for the rest of the homeboys.
Hey, I'm just showing this homeboy around, okay? It's Miklo from my barrio.
There's also a subplot that continues from that jewelry store heist gone awry from earlier. We meet the Irishman Brian O'Neill again, and he's pissed. That does matter later on in the story, kind of. I also found it interesting how I felt killing an Irishman is the Italian Vito. For context, I'm Irish. My family's from Ireland, so gunning down people I identify a bit more closely with was disconcerting. I don't want to say it felt wrong necessarily, but it did feel off somehow. We'll be revisiting this concept a lot when we get to Mafia 3, so if you haven't already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can explore it later when that series drops. 6 years into his 10-year sentence on April 10, 1951, Vito is released early due to Leo's influence. As always, Joe is always loyal and here for his boy. In addition to the change in the weather and the lack of snow for the rest of the game, Empire Bay has entered the post-World War II era of American commercialism and properly into the automobile age. As this is Vito's welcome home, this is a pretty chill mission that almost is exclusively narrative-based and doesn't feature much gameplay. It's also where Mafia II shits the bed, and hard. Fresh out of prison with proof that he isn't a rat, Vito and Joe meet with Eddie to start working for the crime family he's now involved in, that he being Joe. They do so at the Garden of Eden, a local gentleman's club. I really legitimately hate this scene, because for what feels like the first time in this game, this scene feels unintentionally juvenile and feels like it was included for shock value. I didn't even notice this at first, but Eddie's getting his dick sucked by one of these sex workers. I didn't realize, because the way this is shot, the cuts between cameras, the audio mixing, all of it is just pretty terrible. That's without mentioning how damn awkward Joe and Vito look while this is happening. I know that this kind of scene has precedence in films like Man on Fire and Swordfish, and it's usually done to show how masculine and dominant a man is amongst his peers, but in my opinion, it's just really gross and in poor taste. In those films, this scenario worked and did something to convey something about the characters involved. But in this case, I don't think it actually adds to this character or his standing in the story. The rest of the scene and mission are much better, in that they're basically drunk jackasses for the rest of the night.
Talk
nothing but a horse's ass.
No, really. Carlo's a real smart guy. He's into, astrology.
You mean astronomy?
Fuck you, you fucking cum dumpster.
Sorry, ladies. Looks like I gotta get going.
Shut your goddamn pie hole. If you want to use your mouth...
You fellas ready to go?
Vito! Yeah, let's go. Hey, get up, Joe! Hey, I'm going home. Good night, you whores!
And then they have to go bury an informer named Frankie Potts, who's been waiting patiently in the trunk of Eddie's car. What follows is a pretty humorous sequence that I'll come back to in our third video on Mafia 2.
Oh, fucking Christ almighty! How long this guy been in here, Eddie?
Just a couple days.
You're gonna have to get him out of there, Vito.
Oh, it's just great.
I can't handle the smell.
Some fucking welcome home this is.
Hey, mother. Hey, here's a hole. Right here. Dump him in.
Finally, done. Okay, now who's gonna bury him?
What?
Give me a minute to get a hold of myself. Can you just do it? Every time I get a whiff of the guy, makes me have to puke. And Eddie's not gonna be any help here.
Fine, whatever.
Hey, fellas. How about a little music, eh?
You gotta be kidding me.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to
This
go.
wasn't supposed to be part of your homecoming party, but it's nice out here, ain't it? I ain't been in the woods for a while.
Yeah? You won't be liking it so damn much after I smack you with this shovel.
The next day, Vito and Joe, still hungover, go to work basically. This time, they're just selling black market cigarettes, which is even to today still a legitimate racket that organized criminals run. And it's still pretty lucrative, so I like this attention to detail. We drive to the city and hit a few stops, complete with corrupt cops, and do the unglamorous work of black market commerce. The mission is a bit slow, but it picks up speed really quickly when we're introduced to the greasers. After a spat where we see how Joe now operates, we chase them down and we shoot all of them in a pretty cool set piece for the gunfight.
What you selling, Mac?
You buying or just window shopping?
Maybe.
We're selling smokes. $2 a carton, $100 a crate.
I'll make you a deal. You fork over 10 cartons and maybe we'll let you and your buddy get out of here in one piece.
Hey, look, pal. How about you get back in your cute little car with your little friends there and I'll pretend I never seen you. Sound good?
You don't get it, do you, you fat motherfucker? This is our turf, and it's gonna cost you to operate here. Now pay up.
You're the one who doesn't get it. You have any idea who you're talking to? One last chance. You walk away now and...
Yeah, I'll tell you who I'm talking to. A fat two-bit fucking Dago door-to-door salesman hawking stolen cigarettes on my turf. And it's time to close up shop, asshole. Okay, boys. I think it's time for a fire sale. Shit, Joe! Oh, fuck! What do you say now, boy?
What do I gotta say?
That's what I got.
Come on, hop in that car and let's go. All right.
There's also this kid, Marty, who's been kind of a hang-around in Joe's neighborhood. He aspires to the gangster lifestyle and looks up to Joe. He's a dork, but his heart's in the right place. We'll see Marty again really soon.
Let's go teach these fuckers a lesson.
What the fuck was that?
Another thing that the end of this mission opens up is the ability to sell stolen vehicles to Derek for export, which I'll talk about more later. As an aside, I know I keep pushing back topics, but I'm doing so because I really want to focus on them at their appropriate times, and these mentions help us set those up.
Hey, how'd you get in here?
Followed the fucking yellow brick road. Next.
Ha, nice one.
You fuckers are dead.
Joe, watch out!
Thanks, kid.
Shit, they got guns. Let them have it.
All right, so about a month later, on 6 May, we have one of those more interesting and impactful missions in the game. The way I played this was very focused on stealth and trying to get as far as possible without gunfights, but eventually it is just scripted to be a badass shootout type set piece. I really like this mission. In addition to the atmosphere in the grimy slaughterhouse, we see that mob brutality. We get this just mean and sadistic side of these characters that usually isn't present in Mafia 1 and 2 very often. It's really fun, and I really liked how they transitioned from cutscene to gameplay in ways that helped it feel like both the player and Vito were taking turns, affecting how we get to the intended outcome.
Boys, take care.
What's the matter? Come on, asshole, bang! Fuck you! You missed it! Not bad, kid. Not bad.
What's going on? They dead yet?
Yeah, they are. Guess who's next?
A lot of guys with a lot of guns are already on their way over.
Shit, too late. Here they come.
One more down. Hey, douchebag, I'm over here. Come on out, you little prick. Cover me. I'm going in. Come here, you little faggot. Got him covered. Flank him. Nice job, Vito.
You don't know who you're fucking with, kid.
Knock, knock. Come on. Let me in.
Son of a fucking... Rick. Thinks he's so fucking smart. Think you're so fucking smart, huh? Go ahead, try. Son of a bitch. What's he doing over there?
Come here, you fuck.
Leave me alone! Leave me alone,
Now
you
I'll
fucking
show you what it feels like to know cocksucking son of a bitch. I'm gonna have a little fun with Luca before I grind him up. Wanna join me?
Thanks for the invitation, but I think I'll pass.
It's blood, huh?
No, just hate the sight of Luca.
I hear you. But you're missing out. I think I'm gonna try out that cattle prod he was yapping about.
Yeah. Eddie wanted me to take care of him personally.
Don't worry about that. It'll just take a little longer this way. This fuck don't deserve a quick death.
I can't argue with that. Okay, I'm gonna go.
At the end of this, Vito's proven himself to the Falcones, and with Leo Galante's blessing, he's welcomed into the family proper. Vito Scaletta is a made man. I'll talk about more of the implications of this in our last video.
Hey everybody, let's have some fun. You only live but once, but when you're dead, you're done. So let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Don't care whether you're young or old. I'll let the good times roll. Don't sit there mumbling and talking trash. flash. If you wanna have a ball, you gotta spend some cash. So let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Don't care whether you're young or old. Now let the good times roll.
About a month later, on 15 June, Vito wakes up in the house he's aspired to since he first came home from World War II.
I forgot how nice this neighborhood was. You know something? One of these days, I'm gonna buy a house here.
Look at this guy. Ain't even back a day and he's too good for his old neighborhood.
Hey, what are you breaking my balls for? I'm just window shopping.
A quaint home on the river, complete with many of the luxuries of the times. I especially love a small touch that I really took notice of here. In the bottom corner, there are graphic elements that reflect the socioeconomic position Vito holds relative to his progress in the game. It's a nice touch that adds to the immersion and a signifier for the player into where Vito is in his career. What follows is one of Mafia II's best missions and set pieces, as Vito and Joe are tasked with taking out a rival mafia boss in a hotel. Their initial plan is to do so via explosive, but then have to put him down the old-fashioned way, but by gunning down a dozen or so underlings first.
I seriously doubt that, Romeo.
Come on, we'll grab some pizza. Then we can play a little backseat bingo.
Ugh.
What's the matter? You don't like pizza?
You have serious problems, you know that?
These two are here to clean up the, mess.
So,
The
what's
mess?
your name, Dollface?
Oh, that
Christina
mess.
Clementi.
All right, come on, you two. Clementi?
Mm-hmm.
As in,
One of the guys who was here before,
Oh, you know
he
my Uncle Al?
tripped and fell. The poor guy hit his head pretty hard.
I'm sorry, what did you say your
About
name was
5 or
again?
6 times.
now there's blood all over the fucking place.
I really
And we got a meeting that's
Nice
nice
meeting
meeting
you.
soon. So you gotta get this shit cleaned up, and you gotta make it snappy.
Works every time.
Is the one you got,
Hey,
what ain't
the
best?
fuck over here!
Well, not for nothing, but it, kinda makes you sound like
That's it. Okay, got it. Take us up a bit. Payback's a bitch. Ah, yeah, just like clockwork. Ah, here we go. These assholes ain't gonna...
Oh my God! Fucking in!
What the hell was that?
I don't know. The thing just blew.
We'll barely feel it,
All right, all right. Let's go take a look.
I don't know why I fucking listen to you. I swear, you're like a half a retard sometimes.
What the?
Shit.
Christ, I almost pissed on my fucking shoes in
What a
here.
fucking mess.
Felt like a fucking earth, but what the fuck? Oh, shit!
Lucky bastard.
You assholes! You're gonna die for this!
Get away. Come on, Vito. Hey, you sure made one hell of a mess.
Yeah, but it wasn't enough. Move it.
Get you.
No! I didn't do anything! No! Go!
Must have watered down his martini.
Watch out! Behind them glass walls! Going in! Get that guy! Don't want to get on your bad side.
Oh, easy. That's top shelf food.
I'm gonna get you sooner or later.
Take the other door, Vito. I got the right side. Going in. You shoot like my sister.
Ah, fuck!
Ah, shit! This way, Vito. You won't get through there. Ah, fuck! The sprinklers are going off.
Really? I thought it was raining.
Ah! Wise ass. I can't see a damn thing through all this water. Shit, another one! On a catwalk! What are you scared, asshole? Going in! They teach you that in the army? Let's go, Vito. Come out of your hole, you fucking rat. Not bad, huh?
This mission doesn't have the happy ending we hope for, as Marty, the hang-around kid from earlier, is killed by the boss's men in their efforts to escape. Joe doesn't take this well.
Marty! No! No! Fuck! They shot him! He's dead, Vito!
Joe, come on. We gotta get out of here. You can't help him now. Clementi's getting away.
Let's go. I'm gonna kill that fucker.
That's the end of him.
Can't be sure unless we check. This is for Marty. Now it's over. Let's go to my place.
You want a beer?
Give me Eddie's number. I'll call him.
All right.
Hello?
This is Joe. It's done.
Everything went smooth.
No, it didn't.
Why?
Marty's dead.
What?
They got Marty. We left him there.
Okay, what about Clementi?
Done.
All right. Hey, don't worry about the kid. Small price to pay. The main thing is it's
Small price?
Come on now.
That's my fucking friend you're talking about.
Joe, don't go taking it out on me. It was y'all right there. Nobody forced the kid to go. I'm sorry, but shit happens, right? Come by the Falcon tomorrow to get your money.
Yeah, whatever. The fuck you're sorry?
All right, take it easy now. All right, calm down. I'm sorry too, more than you think, but you knew the risks.
You too.
Hey, this was a dangerous job. You took him along, he died. What, you think the war was any different? And Eddie didn't even know the kid, so don't blame him.
You should go home.
Okay, well, just give me a minute to get changed.
I'm sorry, kid. I am so sorry.
Hello?
Yeah, is this, Vito?
Who's asking?
Name's Leon. I'm the bartender at the Lone Star. I'm ringing you because Joe Barbaro gave me your number. Says he's a friend of yours.
Yeah. What about him?
Well, old Joe been guzzling my top shelf hooch all night long, dribbling on about some cat named Marty, and now he done just gone plain salty on me.
What the hell you talking about?
Your friend is out of control, man. He all waving his gun around and shit, and we can't talk no sense to him.
Great.
Now look, I ain't looking for no trouble with you fellas. Could you please come pick his drunk ass up before he shoots somebody or somebody calls the police? Vito, you got to come on down here and pick his ass up. You coming or not?
All right, I'll be right there.
Oh, Vito, you here?
Where is he?
Over in the corner there. Now look, I tried to cut him off, but the motherfucker was gonna air my ass out if I did.
Okay, lock that door. And just give me a minute. Had a couple, huh? How you feeling?
Vito, about time you showed up. Everybody went home already.
Gee, Joe. I wonder why.
Oh.
Heh. Right. You drive here?
I took a cab. I wouldn't park my car in this neighborhood.
All right, finish your drink and let's go.
You fellas about to leave? I'll let you out.
Here's to you, kid. You went out like a man.
Shit, now where'd I put my keys?
I'm so sorry, kid. This never should have happened. Never should have happened.
Oh, Jesus!
Ah, shit.
You gotta be kidding me. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I was just...
You were just what? Shut your fucking mouth and get your drunk ass outside.
All right, I'm going.
A little over a month later, we're summoned by our boss, Ain Henry, to carry out a hit on someone Vito doesn't want to, Leo Galante, and we don't. Technically, the assignment is Henry's, but Vito gets Leo out with his knowledge in what I believe, without his knowledge, in what I believe is an absolutely critical moment that defines many of the possibilities and outcomes for the entirety of the Mafia trilogy. After we get Leo safely on his way, we have one of those instances where Mafia II obfuscates just how much is going on in each mission. In other games, like Grand Theft Auto for example, this would be a side mission that might not be required. But in Mafia II, this is an important piece of the story that unfortunately isn't performed well.
Frankie, what are you doing here?
Vito, I don't know what to do. I can't go back home. I don't want to see him ever again.
Oh, what happened? See who?
Eric.
Your husband, why?
He drinks and he parties all the time.
Whoa,
and he...
Does he hit you?
No, but he's seeing somebody. I know he is.
Does he hit you?
Sometimes.
Son of a bitch, I'll kill him.
No, Vito, please don't hurt him. I just thought you could talk to him. He'll listen to you.
Where is he?
I don't know. He has a friend who lives on River Street. That's usually where he is.
It's gonna be all right. All right, listen, hey, when you feel better, you go on home. I'll talk to Eric. That bastard doesn't come back today and apologize. You call me, but don't worry. I have a feeling he will.
Okay, Vito, but please don't hurt him, please.
Don't worry. I'll go talk some sense into him, okay? Consider this a warning. You touch my sister again, I will fucking kill you. All right?
Yeah.
From now on, you're gonna stay home. Stay off the dope, stop the drinking, and make sure she's fucking happy. If I ever hear she's not happy, I'll find you and finish the fucking job. You got it? Yeah. Okay, everybody, party's over. And there won't be any more partying with this guy again, ever. Unless you want me to come back and do the same to the rest of you. Got it?
Vito, it's Francesca. Eric came home and he's all beat up. You said you wouldn't hurt him.
He probably got in a fight. You know, he's been hanging out with a very bad crowd.
He apologized for everything, Vito. He promised he'll be good to me. It's all okay now. So you'll leave him alone, won't you?
Hey, whatever you want. But if he hurts you again, I'll kill him.
Listen to yourself, Vito. I don't know you anymore. Look, you stay away from us, you understand? Just stay away.
As far as we know, July 27th, 1951 is the last time Vito Scaletta has anything to do with his remaining family, his sister. Later that night, Vito is rudely awakened by the fire of the Irish. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to run away here, but I didn't want to.
Born! You dago cunt! Born!
My house! Fuck!
Once Vito arrives at Joe's, the two set off to settle the score with the Irish, which I forgot to get footage of, but was a small but really fun shootout. The most important thing here is that Vito is kind of back where he started, as he's been given the keys to the late Marty's apartment.
What a fucking dump.
An apartment that's pretty crappy. Vito is back from riches to rags.
Fuck, this is creepy.
A couple months later, in September, on the 22nd, Sea Gift is the beginning of the end for Vito and Joe's time in Empire Bay. Their longtime accomplice Henry puts them onto the admittedly lucrative but ghoulish business venture of distributing heroin. But first, they need to get the money to buy it.
The one guy who could fuck things up and ruin his plan to become the main supplier for the whole city. Frank Vinci.
Where'd you get all this?
I talked to a few people I trust.
Okay, well, where the hell are we gonna get our hands on 35 grand?
I know a loan shark, the Yid over on Palisade. I think a loan is 35, we give him 45 back. Now that means our take is over 20 grand a piece. Not bad for just moving the shit from one place to another.
But you know, who's gonna end up using this crap?
What do you care? As long as it isn't an outlet.
Of course, Vinci was right. Drugs are bad news, they kill people.
Look, only idiots do drugs. Deadbeats and losers. If they want to kill themselves so badly, I'd gladly help them out. Especially for 20 grand. I got buyers in the ghetto. They'll take care of the distribution. So we don't need to worry about that. Are you guys in or not?
I'm in. Come on, don't be stupid, Vito. 20 fucking grand in one afternoon.
When? Right now. If we don't take the offer, the towns will just find somebody else.
Come on, Vito, it'll be a piece of cake.
Let's go see Bruno then. Vito, how about you run us all down there? He's on Palisade Street.
Okay, let's go.
Hi, fellas. We're here to see Bruno.
Hiya, Henry. If you got guns on yous, put them down there. I gotta search yous.
Hiya, Bruno.
Hello, Henry. So, to what do I owe the pleasure of your company today?
I need 35 grand in $20 bills.
Oh, that's a lot of money, Henry. A lot of money. Tell me, why should I give that much to a small-time guy like you, huh? Convince me.
I got a sure thing. You'll have 45 by the end of the week.
What kind of sure thing?
Sorry, Bruno. That's a trade secret.
Henry, I have no guarantee I'll get my money back. And you have nowhere else to go.
You'll get it by Friday.
Okay. Isaac, prepare $35,000 in $20 bills. Now, you know I trust you, Henry, but if you screw me, remember these wise words from the Bible. And my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless.
Exodus, chapter 22, verse 24.
I'm impressed. You don't seem like the church-going type. But just remember, the money isn't mine. So even if you get rid of me, that doesn't get rid of your debt. So no funny business, okay, boys?
Sure, Bruno.
Thank you, Isaac. You want to count it, Henry?
I'll take your word for it, and I'll bring it back on Friday along with your cut.
I hope so. Good luck, boys.
Henry's contact is Chinese. The heroin is coming from the local triad.
Welcome, Henry.
Hello, Mr. Wang.
Let us get straight to business. Is your suitcase heavy enough?
See for yourself.
要大，这10磅重的20元美金钞票，一共35000块。
All right, take it away and bring the goods. You're a good man, Henry. Here is your merchandise. Each bag contains 1 kilo. Each kilo weighs a little more than 2 pounds. Which one do you want to test?
Okay, we're good.
I'm glad. Next time, we can give you twice the amount.
It was a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Wang.
The pleasure was all mine.
Knock it off. See how easy that was? Get back in the car. All right, fellas.
I'm not entirely sure how, but the deal goes south when our longtime Mafia rivals ambushes the deal, and we have to kill our way out of the relatively enjoyable action sequence.
Move it! All right, Vito, here we go. Come on, let's go! Chop, chop!
What follows is a montage of sorts, showing our trio distributing poison to communities all over the city.
Come on in.
Shit! It's smoke! Oh, fuck!
Pull it inside, baby, diamond ring. If that diamond ring don't shine, he gonna take it to a private eye. If that private eye can't see, he better not take the ring from me. Oh, dear, they call her Nanny Gold to make it pretty, baby, a Sunday coat. Oh, dear, they call her Bell Cat to make it pretty, baby, a Sunday hat.
Chapter 13 takes place 2 days later, where Henry needs Vito and Joe to help cover his ass. And it doesn't go well. We'll come back to this later, but for now our task is to find out why the Triad is turned against us.
Shit, that's Henry! What the fuck are they hitting him with?
Get off me!
Shoot my sister. Fuck! Who the fuck does something like this, Vito? Them people are fucking sick. Shit! Who the fuck does something like this?
What do you think?
God damn it, Henry! Look at this, Vito. You fucking believe this?
The money's gone too. Joe, come on. We gotta get out of here. Cops will take care of you. Hey, that's the old guy who sold us the dope, Wang. Now we know where to find him.
Let's get in there and take him out before he disappears with the money.
Hold on, I'm gonna need some serious firepower first.
We can either go to Harry's or we can kill these fucks right now. Just say the word.
Sorry, gentlemen, this place for member only.
Here's your fucking membership.
God damn it, Joe. Can't you listen to me for once?
No, I can't. You seen what they done to Henry.
God damn it, Joe. See? Why didn't you just bang the damn gun?
Right down, help me waste these little fucks. Get the asshole behind the bar. Watch out! They're shooting from up top. Come on, Vito, let's move up. Get the guy on the stairs. I'm gonna get you. More of them in the elevator. These guys are like fucking cops. The best. All right, that was the last of them. See? Ain't so bad so far, right?
Yeah, but what if somebody recognizes us and Carlo hears about it?
That's why he ain't leaving no witnesses. There's probably more of them down here. Get ready. You're dead, you slanty-eyed fuck!
What is it that you want?
What the fuck do you think we want?
We want to know why you had our friend killed. We also want the money you took from him.
I had no choice. Your friend was a government informer.
What the fuck are you talking about?
A contact inside the Federal Bureau of Narcotics told me that Henry Tomasino passed them information about our deal.
That's a fucking lie!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You saying Henry was a rat?
Yes. But not anymore.
That's bullshit. Makes no sense. And I suppose you had nothing to do with the little stick-up after we closed the deal with you either, right?
You think we would take such a stupid risk and destroy our own factory? That was just another reason to get rid of you. We had problems with you from the very beginning.
Yeah? Well, all your problems are just about over, pal. So where's our money?
It's not here anymore.
What?
Where the hell is it then?
I cannot tell you.
If you don't tell us, I'm gonna splatter your yellow brains all over this fucking room.
If I told you, I'd be dead anyway.
Fine, your choice.
Are you crazy?
What you wanna do, let him go or something?
We could've gotten more out of him.
Fuck that, he wouldn't have said nothing. These bastards are tough.
Let's just get the hell out of here before the cops come.
The next day, Joe and Vito are tasked with collecting the money they need to pay their debts, both to our loan shark friend and their boss's cut. That brings us to probably the most iconic moment in the Mafia trilogy and the moment that brings all three stories of the series together.
Hey, boss. I came as soon as I got your message.
Sit down, Tom. We have a mole, Tom.
No. Who?
Enzo's waiting for you with a clean car.
I got you a clean set of wheels. And something special here, if you want it. When Frank sees a La Parra, he'll know. The old ways work.
Says here they want us to give him a message before we do it. Here it is.
Okay, got it.
The remains of Mr. Henry Tomasino, reportedly a struggling entrepreneur who made his way here from Sicily as a young boy.
Remember what you gotta say?
Yeah.
All right, here we go then.
Describing as the most brutal and gruesome crime to have occurred in the city in decades. The bodies of several...
Mr. Angelo.
Yes. Mr. Salieri sends his regards.
Tommy!
That's okay. You're safe now. You're all safe. Remember, the family. Family is forever.
Afterwards, Vito heads back to Derek, his original employer and his father's, to make some money. It's here that Vito learns the truth.
It's me that decides who gets hired and fired around here, and I say he's fired.
All we're asking is for you to hire him back. He's got a family. He needs a job.
I've made my decision.
See, I told ya!
Easy does it, Vinny. You want to do this peacefully.
We bust our asses day in and day out for this fat fuck, and if anything ever happens to us, he'll screw us over just
Lower
like
your
he did
voice
John.
now, young man. I don't want to hear another word about that fucking dead.
Who you calling a deadbeat? A crate fell on the poor guy while he was working. For you. Broke both his damn hands.
Well, that's his fucking problem, not mine. And I suggest you get back to work before somebody else's hands get
You
broken.
goddamn bastard!
You fellas are really starting to piss me off.
There's no need for violence. Please, put it down. We don't want no trouble.
Don't look that way to me. Right now, looks like you got big trouble, don't you? Now, if you all don't want to start looking for new jobs, you'll be back to work in the next 10 minutes. You see, Vito, all they do is bitch and moan.
Vito? You're Skelet's boy, ain't you? Your dad used to talk about you all the time. You look just like him.
What are you doing working for this bastard? After what he did to your old man?
Shut your fucking mouth right now.
Don't listen to him, Vito. He's full of shit. Come on, let's go.
Full of shit, huh? That bastard killed your father, Vito.
What?
They're just trying to get under your skin.
Derek?
Hey, stop pointing that gun
Why
at
don't
me.
you ask him how your dad drowned that night?
We seen him take a walk with Steve. And then Steve come back alone. And all wet.
Stop pointing that thing at me.
What the hell happened with my father, Derek?
Are you nuts or what? Who are you gonna trust, me or these now unemployed losers? We known each other for a long time, Vito. Think of all the things...
Why were you all wet, Steve? You dive in and try to save him?
Because he wouldn't stay underwater.
Come on, shut! Vito, you swore an oath. I was there. Our loyalty to the family is greater than to our own families.
Tell that to my mother.
Should I kill him?
No, not here. We'll settle things with him later. You disappoint me, Vito. You really do.
I'm gonna do a hell of a lot more than disappoint you, Derek. Your dad. Not right now.
After dealing with Derek and Steve, we head back to find Joe. It takes a bit, but we find that a boss even higher up the chain, Frank Vinci, is taking Joe to task for the events of the last few days, a heroin deal and wiping out the local triad chapter. There's hell to pay, and the commission wants to make sure the right people's asses cash that check. While Vito and Joe are indeed the right people, their asses are singed, but safe.
Now, first of all, I gotta ask you to slowly toss your guns on the floor. No funny business, neither. The bartender's got the itchiest trigger finger in town, huh?
I'm not armed.
Okay, so what are you doing here, Vito? We wasn't expecting you.
I'm looking for Joe Barbaro. I heard some of your guys picked him up.
Maybe.
What are you trying to pull? Me and Joe didn't do nothing to you.
Mr. Vinci doesn't seem to think so. He wanted a few things explained to him, so that's what Joe is doing. And since you've stopped by, why don't we go and join them?
And what if I don't want to?
These guns say you do. But don't worry, it's got a hell of a view.
Shit. Ah. Hey, what's up, Joe?
The assholes went to take a leak.
Great. Well, can you explain to me why the fuck we're here?
That old fuck Vinci can't see what's going on right in front of his face. And he thinks I can explain it to him. Idiot.
Oh, the happy couple is here already. Welcome, Vito.
What's going on? You got no reason to treat us like this.
No reason? No reason? First, the business with Leo. And then all hell breaks out in the city. The chinks, they're going nuts. Everybody's fighting like lunatics. And now, those yellow bastards are threatening to kill me. It's out of fucking control. Now, I'm too old for this shit, so you're gonna tell me what the hell's going on here. Come on, I'm all ears.
Mr. Vinci, look, I don't know what the hell's going on here. Believe me, me and Joe ain't got nothing to do with it.
That ain't what I wanna hear.
Yeah, well, that's your problem. Because we don't know shit about any of this.
That's too bad.
Finally. We don't got much time. We gotta do something.
All right. We'll try to break the pipe. Come on, help me out. I can't do it by myself.
Okay.
1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! Again! 1, 2, 3! Need a hand?
I can make it.
What do you want me to do with the money?
Take it to Bruno.
All right. At least that'll be out of the way.
Good evening, gentlemen. Oh, what happened to you?
Hey, Doc. I got my ass kicked up. I'm coughing up blood.
What is happening today? One of your guys is already here.
Who?
His name is Antonio Balsamo.
Tony Balls? What happened to him?
Somebody messed him up pretty good. I don't think he's ever going to walk again.
What?
This surprises you? All the blood, all the death. This is the lifestyle you choose. One day your luck is bound to run out. The next time, it could be you.
And off with the sermon, Doc. You have time to treat Joe?
Yes, but you'll have to wait a minute while I fix Antonio up.
That's okay, Doc.
All right, come in.
Make sure you settle things with Bruno, okay? And Vito. Thanks.
Sure thing. Feel better. Hey, I need to see Bruno.
Got the money?
Yeah.
Come on in, then. You're lucky. We were just about to leave.
Good evening. You have the money for me? Or do you wish to extend the deadline?
Here it is.
I have to admit, this is somewhat of a surprise. I heard you boys had some complications.
Yeah, we did.
I heard that Henry is dead. I'm very sorry to hear that. Isaac, count it. So your little business venture was a success?
You got your money, right?
Right. It's just that the whole city has been turned upside down. The Chinese think the Italians attacked them, so they're going after Vinci. That's not good. Not good. Would that have anything to do with the reason you borrowed this money?
Sorry, Bruno. That's none of your business.
Thank you, Isaac. It looks like the debt is settled. I don't even know your name.
Vito.
Vito who?
Vito Scaletta.
Scaletta. I knew a Scaletta once. But I must say, you're much better at paying back your debts than he was. His poor wife had to do it for him.
So it was you who lent my father the money?
Your father? Like father, like son. I see you don't approve. But I didn't make him borrow the money, now did I? Just like I didn't make you. If you ever need a loan, you know where to find me.
Sure.
Per Aspera at Astra, Latin for through hardships to the stars, is the 15th and final chapter of Mafia II and fourth to take place over as many days. On September 26, 1951, Vito has one chance to pull himself out of the fire he's found himself in. Leo Galante has made the arrangements.
Mr. Scaletta, can you get in, please?
Hey, old man, what are you doing back?
Just get in the damn car. Now.
And you are?
This is our friend, Mr. Chu.
All right, so what the hell's going on? What is this?
This is about you. You fucked up good, didn't you? Started a fucking war.
Got no idea what you're talking about.
Don't fuck with me, boy. I've probably forgotten more about this business than you'll ever learn. Half our guys are dead. Half of Mr. Chu's guys are dead. And now the feds are breathing down everybody's necks. Because of you.
Leo, listen.
You listen. If it wasn't for me, you would have already been taken care of. So you're gonna listen to what I have to say, and you're gonna listen good. What you did in Chinatown, that was because of that cocksucker Henry, right? You know who he was working for when he died?
You mean when he was butchered?
He was working for the feds. He was a fucking rat. That's why Mr. Chu's people did what they did. And that's why the feds are going after Carlo now. But I don't forget my friends, Vito. You did for me, so I did for you. I called in a few favors. Got you one chance to make this right.
Okay, I'm listening.
You're gonna get rid of Carlo. It was all a favor.
And if I refuse?
You die. Frank and the rest of the commission want you dead. So does Mr. Chu. And to top it all off, you vouched for a rat. You think Carlo's gonna let that slide? You're a dead man walking.
When?
Now. Every minute we wait is another minute we give to the feds. He's holed up at that observatory of his. You know something's up. Carlo Falcone is a lot of things, but stupid ain't one of them.
All right. Stop the car.
Remember, kid, this is your last chance.
Much like Mafia Definitive's final mission, this entails the most difficult and extensive shootout with a former mafioso that the game has to offer. Vito essentially has to fight through a gauntlet on what amounts to a sort of suicide mission to get to his former boss and take him out.
Well, look who it is. This is who they send? This is an insult. What'd they tell you, Vito? Take care of me and all's forgiven? You really think they're just gonna let you walk after everything you did? Then again, chumps like you never do think about the big picture. But your buddy Joe understands, don't you, Joe?
What the fuck is this?
I could ask you the same question.
Loyalty's a funny thing, huh, Vito? No such thing as friendship in this business. Didn't your old pal Leo teach you that while you're sucking his cock back in the can? You're just a fucking pawn, Vito. It's all you ever were. When are you gonna realize that?
Joe, you just gotta trust me.
You think I give a shit about the feds? All those tired old fucks on the commission? They're using you, Vito. Just like Clemente used you. Just like I used you. Just like that rat fuck Henry used you. You vouched for that piece of shit. Brought him into my house. And now, you dumb fuck, you're gonna pay for it. Now, Joe.
Hey, if you're gonna pull that trigger, do it already.
What are you waiting for?
Vito. Let's shoot this cocksucker.
Remember what we talked
On
about,
tree.
Joe? You're gonna throw all that away? Do it!
2.
Now! Oh, you fucking rat!
You know something, Carlo? For the last 10 years, all I done was kill. I killed for my country. I killed for my family. I killed anybody that got in my way. But this one's for me.
Fuck you.
Fucking prick.
Now that that's done, we're at the end.
So, what was he talking about back there?
Nothing. He made me an offer, that's all.
Yeah, I figured out that much. What kind of offer?
He wanted me to whack you. Said he'd make me a capo. Give me my own crew. You know, pretty much everything I ever wanted.
Yeah? So why the hell didn't you do it?
Remember that $5 you owe me? What the hell is this?
It's all right, Joe.
Is it done?
It's done.
All right, then. Looks like a celebration is in order. Come on. Let's head to the cat house.
Sounds good to me.
Come with me, Vito. There's more we need to talk about.
All right, we'll see you over there.
All right. So what's the big secret? Hey, what the hell's going on? Where they taking Joe?
Sorry, kid. Joe wasn't part of our deal.
Mafia II originally came out in August of 2010, and this ending remains one of the most iconic of any video game franchise, and is probably relevant to its cinematic inspirations. If you like this video, there's more to come, an analysis of sorts of many of Mafia II's characters, its story and world, and other similar projects that informed its production. And yes, all of those things I said would come in a third video will absolutely be there. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you there. Bye.